Well, tonight, many questions surrounding when legal sports betting will start in North Carolina with a big target date coming up. Lawmakers say they still don't have an answer. And that target date is a firm date, is March 17th, the first day of college basketball playoffs.
All right, so that's roughly 2 months away, but we still don't know right now yet when this will all start. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger here to be able to explain this for us. I mean, you've been on the story since the very beginning. There was a meeting today, so what were you able to find out?
Oh, well, we were trying to get some indication as to whether or not we were going to be getting a date, and we don't have that just yet. In fact, that's a question really everyone wants to know the answer to, at least those who want to gamble on the straight and narrow. In fact, the state rep who sponsored the legislation says he's getting calls regularly from people asking that very question.
Thursday's meeting for North Carolina Sports Betting Committee was, in so many words, very much in the weeds. A virtual meeting discussing the ins and outs and rules that sports betting operators will have to follow. But one big question has not been answered at this meeting, and it's one that State Representative Jason Singh from Lincoln County has been trying to answer.
I get those calls in my office of people that want to place their bets, and I understand that. Quite frankly, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. It does take some time. For those that want it, they wanted it yesterday. So it's not here today.
Queen City News sat down with Singh about the progress on sports betting. He sponsored the initial legislation, and when everything was signed last year, there was an expectation for everything to be ready by this coming Monday. That will come and pass, but the real target is March Madness. Given that it's weeks away with no firm date, we had to ask, what's going on?
I think things are progressing as they should. There's no firm date set for sure. But they are working toward that goal.
Singh tells us that there were some delays with the legislative session in Raleigh, which led to some slow work and some of the impatience about it that we're seeing now. But as far as any information on a firm start date, Singh says even he doesn't know that right now. But everything at this point indicates a March start that is still in the cards.
It's just like if you were to build a ship, you do it one part at a time. And so making sure that you're getting everything working in order, making sure that the parts fit.
Now, to make things clear here, when the legislation was signed last year, January 8th, this coming Monday, was the earliest sports betting could become legal in the state. They have until the middle of June to do it, but we cannot emphasize this enough. They want that March start date around March Madness because of that big money potential, because we know a lot of people, even though it's not necessarily legal, they do like to bet here in North Carolina, especially for college betting.
Absolutely. I mean, March Madness, you want to have that in place, but there seems like there's got to be so much worked out. What do they have and what do they need to do?
Okay, some of what they were doing today really revolved around, more specifically, just getting some of the rules worked out, and more specifically, we've been on the meetings. I've listened on the meetings. They've been very meticulous about this, and it's everything from rules about geolocation to making sure the apps work, and also reporting of what exactly that's going to be coming in. At this point, it's just really about quality control benchmarks. The State Lottery Commission is set to meet this coming week, this coming Wednesday, in fact, to kind of work everything out, but we will not probably be seeing a start date even then being announced.
All right, Derek Dellinger, thanks so much for your time.